Jewish people don't give anybody money. They let me handle money. Like hundreds of thousands of dollars.
They let me handle money now. They know you ain't gonna sit it down.
For
Right
sure.
They let you handle money out here.
Jews don't. They keep everything in.
I'm gonna tell you what my man.
You can park my car if you want to. I don't care.
I'm gonna tell you what my
you handle like money. They don't give you none.
The Georgia has a lot of cities.
Like
counties.
If I tell you, you're gonna be like
my business mentor, he's a sitting Jew from Russia.
Where's it close to?
You know, he told me they call us.
We're live. Did you tell them on YouTube?
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what they call us? People that work for them.
Okay.
There's a site
You ever
called
turn off Goyim?
we can share this stream. Like share it to
people that can work for them. Make them a lot of money and keep making them rich.
Which is so funny that the Beverly Hills Jews, they're very different than other. No, they are.
I'm gonna send you something right here, Kraig.
No. I'm not. I'm really not.
Them niggas is gone.
No, because it's funny that you think they would be the bougiest, funniest acting ones, but they really cool as shit. Like
check your phone, Kraig.
Listen, me and Rabbi. You want some? You want some Patron? You want some da 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 da? Like nigga, we be drinking together. Like the nigga offered me alcohol.
He be popping his sideburns to her like.
No. His wife is lovely.
Did I say it?
Yeah.
His wife is lovely. No, like
my mentor is a Jewish guy, and I've always
because
known that the reason why we have a great relationship is because I'm productive. The minute I stop being productive, it's supposed to me and him work. The minute I stop being productive, the minute I'm no longer a dependable human being that gets things done, our relationship is over.
Well,
the context of our relationship has the fact that I can make him money.
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't necessarily make them anything. I don't make them money. Like I organize like their surroundings and shit. Like
that's what it says.
But then also the rabbi at that particular shul is not like
from the channel.
He's religious.
Trying to figure out how to reshare this to YouTube.
Yeah, you can reshare.
There's a site I think it's called Restream where you can share a stream.
Our shit's on a timer.
Okay. All right.
That's what they do is.
All right, we about to get started, man.
They make their non-Jewish people they can't.
So look, hey, when
our shit's on a timer.
Hold on. We're talking to the mic, so you had the mic pointed at you.
All right. Oh,
damn.
We didn't sound check it. Sound check it.
Can you hear? Well, I heard him through your phone earlier.
Oh, you can hear me?
Yeah. Make sure you're talking to the mic. Also, just be loose and have fun. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna say some outlandish ass shit.
You always do.
Yeah.
And we just gonna work. You know what I'm saying?
You approaching boozy level bullshit.
What the fuck is up, you whole ass nigga? Niggas in the world, we on Facebook today.
Oh my god.
YouTube was down. It was down. Men, if you didn't start off the morning by giving your woman a body shot, I'm disappointed in you.
And head.
You never know what a bitch is thinking, and you got to make sure she's always in the right space. You know what I'm saying? I'm fucking with you, Christine. A body shot is when you pour a drink in her belly button and you drink it off of her.
I know what that is.
I'm not talking about beating bitches up. I'm not talking about that.
You didn't even hear. Look, he don't even know what I said. You don't even know what I said.
What was you about to say?
I said some shit. I said what was on my mind at the time.
Pull it up. Always pull it up.
Gone.
I want the people to hear you because she be saying some funny shit. So when you talk,
they definitely caught it because
I'm gonna start the show off right, man. I'm gonna pay homage. I got a question and answer honestly.
Oh God.
Okay, because I think this is something that everybody wants to know.
Mm-hmm. Here we go.
Everybody every black person I know wants to know the answer to this.
What?
And be honest, one person at a time. Is Ruben Studdard a legend?
Who?
Hell no.
I mean, no shade, but
no.
Negative.
American Idol was the show that the United States finally conceded and said black music wins out. They used to act like country music was number one, so they came out with American Idol to find the person that's going to sing music that black music that white people like the most, and he won that bullshit ass contest. Luther Vandross is rolling over in his grave at that goddamn question. Marvin Gaye want to kick your ass for asking that question.
Okay.
Al Green will fuck you up for asking him that question.
Well, let me ask you a question.
What?
In 2 sentences, I need a log line. Definition of a legend musically.
Beyonce.
No. Somebody who's timeless.
That's a description.
Their music is timeless. You don't have to be born when they made that song and you like it.
Okay, timeless. Okay. All right, cool. So can you be okay, I got you. Is Ruben Studdard a legend?
Nigga, I don't know who that. No, I'm just playing.
I
know who that is. I would have to say no. We don't talk about him. We name two Ruben Studdard singles that were hot.
I'm
hits.
sorry for 2004.
That's one.
And I'm sorry for 2005.
No. See, exactly. I could not. I remember him. I know who he is. He can sing or whatever. He's cool, but I couldn't tell you like any of his songs off the top of my head. Like, he doesn't have a worldwide following. People do not, faint at just the sight of him. People don't really even think about him because we don't talk about him anymore. Like, he's not Beyonce. Like, Beyonce. Think Beyonce.
So give me your definition. 2 sentences. Not the person that is, but the definition.
No. See, that wasn't. That wasn't me saying her name as a person. That was me saying her name as like.
Tell me why Beyonce is a legend in 2 sentences.
So first of all, 2 sentences. I gotta cut this down.
I mean, she ain't one if you can't.
She commands a worldwide following of people who are dedicated to watching her, stalking her, listening to her music. No, this is all one sentence, boo. This is all one sentence, which is why I phrased it the way I did.
Now put the semicolon because you can continue on the first sentence.
Her performances are legendary and epic. She breaks the internet. She doesn't. Okay, let me tell you. This is why she's a legend. She don't even purposely try to stir up shit about herself. She don't even say nothing about anything. But if she drops anything, or if anything is coming up, people lose their fucking minds.
She's a legend. I agree. So I understand what you're saying.
And her work ethic is what sets her apart.
Because she's a worldwide presence.
Yeah.
People fuck with her.
It's not even about just like people all over the world liking her, but it's just the fact that like she continuously puts out quality product. And she don't have to like big up herself. She don't have to promote nothing. It just goes by itself.
Is Ruben Studdard a legend?
Nah, he ain't a legend.
Really? Okay. Why not?
You can name one song. I mean, and like you said, like his music isn't.
That's why I said
I'm
two.
not gonna pull up a Ruben Studdard. That's not. Oh shit, that Ruben Studdard joint. Hey, play that one real quick.
Okay.
That's not. If it come on, it's not like I'm gonna be hyped. Like you hear legendary songs and you're like, oh shit. Ruben Studdard can come out right now. Ain't nobody gonna get hyped.
Beyonce.
Okay.
It's like, all right, it was cool. You were sorry for 2004. Good for you.
Bobby Head.
Remember that one.
Okay, I remember this.
So in order to be a legend, so what if you got one song that people get hyped for? Like Sunshine Anderson,
That's
nigga.
great for you.
Over my shoulder, nigga. Every time I hear that shit, I get hyped.
I see what you're saying, but I think it has to be some consistency.
Consistency?
Longevity.
You gotta have more than one song.
Yeah.
Longevity.
You gotta have more than one album. I think you gotta give me at least three solid albums to be considered a legend.
You gotta have a sound.
Okay, I like that. We're gonna get into that.
And longevity.
Hey, my co-host, Brandon, is Ruben Studdard a legend?
Nah, he's not a legend. But
I thought he was gonna say yeah.
Nah, he's not.
He look like a Ruben Studdard fan.
He's not. He's not a legend.
He looked like he was gonna say some bullshit, right?
No, he's not a legend. But I look at it as far as what makes one. Just my opinion is the impact you have in like your perspective, craft, or your art.
Oh, that's a good word.
And then, you never heard that word before?
Nigga.
But
try my life again.
We teaching basic words today.
Yeah.
And
obviously I have vocabulary.
And
don't need to.
I would say how many clones come from the person.
That's a great. So you talking about influence?
Because for me, you can always you don't have to have the best selling albums every year, but if you're now the grandfather to everybody under you, then to me that's a legend to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, look at the people that came from like Soulja Boy when he put his shit out.
Yeah.
Like it's just clone.
He
of like
all this shit.
But to me, he's a legend though. You see what I'm saying?
Boy's a legend.
But look at all the clones that came from that. So I look at it. There's no Ruben Studdard clones.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Just Dewan when he's singing in the shower.
This nigga got jokes today. He got jokes today. Well, Beyonce is everybody's daddy.
You see what I'm saying?
All right, Malik
even Kelly. Look, even Kelly sound like Beyonce now.
She does. Okay, let me see.
No shade, but I'm just saying.
Okay, to me, Ruben, here's the thing. You can't be a legendary male R&B singer. I'm going to get shallow. If you've never done a concert with your shirt off. This nigga never peels for the bitches.
I mean,
you understand me? How you a grown man? The last time you peeled was when you was like 9, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Luther didn't know.
Luther didn't peel, but he wasn't
until
singing
he
the
got
bitches.
Skinny.
Oh yeah, Luther, yeah.
He wasn't singing.
Luther was singing the Gregory Hines.
It's nothing.
You know hey, come on. Hey, he was singing the Gregory Hines.
Hey. Nah. That nigga.
Well, Orange County said it, so it must be so.
We knew he was gay.
Yeah, he the Michael Jordan of that. But
a gays?
Hell yeah.
He the Michael Jordan that gave you
that nigga the Michael Jordan of homosexuality.
That means Freddie Jackson's the Dominique Wilkins.
You never questioned it.
Can I just say, I hate you.
Luther, for sure.
I low-key hate you, Kraig. I low-key hate you.
It ain't nothing wrong with that. If that's your look.
Live your life.
That's your life. But look, here. Also, you can't be a legend if Ruben started. You can't be a legend if you already musty by the time you get your jacket on. He get musty too easy.
He's a big man. Let him live.
It ain't got nothing to do with being big. It's just,
I mean, but it does, though.
Nah, I ain't.
It
nah.
Does. But it does.
So you saying that being big and being musty go hand in hand?
I'm sorry. I'm not a little bitch. I can say this.
Well, I mean, we got an expert.
It does. That's why I don't like fat people. Because most of them niggas stink. I take a shower every morning because I don't want to be like the rest of them fat, stanky motherfuckers.
Right.
Let's tell the truth.
Right.
I've been fat my whole life. I ain't one of them niggas that was skinny that got fat when I was old.
Oh.
Nigga, I've been fat since the kindergarten, goddamn.
Right.
So you get these people who just got fat since they turned 18 and they don't know how to handle that shit. And they don't be washing under their arms and them rolls and shit. Fuck y'all.
But you have very nice teeth.
I just got a root canal out of speak. No,
but it's just
big clean.
Yeah, I see you.
That's that carnivore shit. You know, every time you eat some meat, you peel all that dirt off.
So you saying that? So you guys are saying that winning American Idol is not a legendary enough move?
It is.
Hell no.
Yeah, it is.
It's okay. I'm sorry. It's politics. Cause damn, am I gonna get blacklisted for saying this?
What?
All of that reality TV shit. All of it is fake.
You said it's all fake? Yeah.
It's all fake.
He shoot that
But I
gun,
didn't
he
say
gonna
that,
break his
though.
wrist. Oh shit! Blood? What the fuck is this? That's when you gonna hear that nigga say blood if he break it.
Reality TV chases story.
It's not just winning the show. So the show's the platform.
Talk to me.
It says what are you gonna do after you win? You see what I'm saying? So if you look at who else? I mean, Carrie Underwood won it. Kelly Clarkson, and they're legends.
Was he the first black person to win?
Yeah.
First black man.
He won before Fantasia, right?
Yeah. I think it was guilt. I think that they let him win because of guilt.
Yeah.
Well, but there are reasons for people winning because like there are reasons for people even making the show because I've worked on reality shows and it's like there will be people that have amazing talent, like outstanding talent, like oh my god, this person can do XYZ, like how is that even possible? But then they'll be like, Where's the guy that strangled his wife and blah blah.
They selling stories.
It's stories.
Yeah, and that's the thing about
viewership.
That's the thing about these like show. I can never take a show and put legendary nothing because them things got ends before they even start. They know who's gonna end before it even start.
Right.
These people who are connected. Like I remember they had that one year. They had that big chick Frenchie Davis was on, and she was singing her motherfucking ass off. And it looked like she was going to win. Right. So they found some naked pictures of her, unfortunately. They found some naked pictures of her and used that as an excuse to kick her off the show.
Right.
Because it looked like she was about to win that motherfucker. Right. So I can't take somebody who wins a show that's contrived and planned out already and put them as legends just because they won that bullshit ass show.
That's why the public only has limited say in the results of these shows. And like even the main... Damn, y'all, if I turn up dead, I swear to God, if I turn up dead somewhere, they got me. them.
Yeah.
You know? Because like even like the main performance, no, not them.
Hold on, we live.
Even like the main performances that people do, those are not that performance. Like they will either pipe in sound or sometimes the audience don't even be there. Like it's not what people think it is.
No, it's TV. It's the Truman Show. You feel me? It ain't. You can't believe what you see. It was a lot of complaints
Somebody
about.
Somebody better fucking avenge me if I end up dead. I mean that.
It was a lot of complaints about black people.
God damn. Okay.
Hold on, baby girl. It was a lot of complaints about black people not getting a fair shot when that show first started cracking.
Yeah.
So I feel like Ruben Studdard won out of guilt. Like they just had to have a nigga win, and they picked somebody who commercially probably wouldn't even appeal to us like that.
They plan to fail. Like let's sabotage shit from the beginning. Get somebody who ain't gonna be able to fly without us.
Right.
Say anything.
So we can say, hey, we got the Negro, and look, he didn't do anything.
Right.
Plausible deniability.
Right, definitely. I think it was guilt, man. I think guilt plays a big part of how you move the masses. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Fantasia is different. Fantasia was a total package.
Yeah, she got it all.
And she done lost weight. Like Fantasia bad as fuck now.
And she couldn't read, so
they had a story behind her.
Well, she signed the contract. That's why this bitch can't read. She signed the contract.
And she had a story. She had a story.
The contract could have said, you got the fucking dog before and after every show. She would have signed it. What that thing? Oh yeah, they gonna give me a dog, y'all.
It's bittersweet.
No, but that's the whole point. So when the whole Ruben Studdard thing. So when you see it's a fat black kid, I guess it's called what it is, right? So obviously it takes you back to where you pick on the fat kid, blah 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 blah. So the audience is like, I have a time to amend that. Let me vote for this nigga or whatever the case may be. So they throw it in your face. Like Fantasia was not depicted on there as an quote unquote a smart person. They're highlighting how she can't fucking read and how she lives in a car,
her boyfriend, homeless.
Two black people with glaring deficiencies that most of us don't have.
They were but it was
the last black person that couldn't read was Shannon Sharp's grandmother. You understand me? They bring in an old narrative.
If we could hear you
Isabel Sharp is the last fucking black person that couldn't read.
If he could hear you, I would like to see you go head to head with Shannon Sharp. I really would.
So give me this shit, Grandma. I'm gonna read it for you.
Right, but
this day due October 25th, Grandma.
But you get what I'm saying. So when they show us, it's like the worst. You know what I'm saying? They showing the hoopty and they showing all that. Right. But the other people, it's like, I was a waitress.
Right.
That's the worst thing of their life. You see what I'm saying? So it's just how you highlight it. So if you're gonna show, I'm sure there was other people that sing better than Ruben and all that. He's not the best singer, but as far as the story that you want to put out, let's put. If we're gonna do the first one, it ain't gonna be somebody that is like some buff. Yeah. It's gonna be that.
Right. Because
you know what I'm saying?
Because that would be too much power.
But I think it plays to guilt though.
Right.
You see, they're guilt tripping you because how can you not vote for the fat black guy?
The fat black guy or the black woman that can't read,
or the black girl that can't read. Shame on you.
Do you know the percentage of educated black women? You know how high it is.
It's like higher than any other group.
Most black women are the most educated group of people in this country.
I'm trying to
real
say,
spit, though.
my nigga. I'm trying to say.
Real spit. So the fact that they would choose the bitch that can't read the instructions on the perm box, it's crazy to me. But here's the thing. I'm one of her biggest fans. I personally believe that it was a false narrative. I think that that was some bullshit and they just had her sign off to do that to sell the show.
Correct.
I don't think that was real. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know about that, but
maybe
it could be. It's possible. It's possible.
You know she's been on Broadway for a while, right?
Any fucking thing is possible. Like,
but you know she's been on Broadway for. So how the fuck you learning scripts on Broadway if
she
you
don't
can't
know how to read?
Nigga, that fast?
Maybe she did what R. Kelly. Maybe she did what R. Kelly did. Maybe she did what R. Kelly did.
You know how hard it would be if you didn't know how to read today?
That gotta be. She got commitment.
Well, I mean, Broadway is more. Not more about learning music, but
it's one thing to read a script, and you talking about memorizing it. When you barely just learn how to read a couple.
That's what I'm saying.
Hey, she probably got her scripts on Audible.
Actually, I would say memorization.
Wait, she got an audio book of her contracts?
But memorization is easier than actually like reading, because memorization you can memorize from repetition. So say like you can't read, somebody can have like a quote unquote audio book of all of your scripts, and you just listen and listen and listen. If you listen to it enough, you'll remember the shit that you hear. You know what I'm saying? Memorization is not as hard as actually being able to read and being able to internalize and whatnot.
Yeah, I'm just talking about, but from reading, memorization would have to be a whole lot much harder.
But who said she was reading her own shit?
I ain't think about that.
That's what we're assuming.
I ain't think about that.
But who said she's reading her own shit? Because I mean, she's at a level she don't have to like read.
It's actually a crutch. It's a crutch. It's a limiting thing, but it's necessary because it focuses your mind on a very small and narrow thing. You know what I mean?
Reading is something that came as humans devolved.
Right. Definitely.
You know, it wasn't a thing when we were at our apex.
Right.
These stories are passed down through 40-year mystery schools. And it was passed down and imparted on people. Information. And the knowledge came in later on as these dynasties started to crumble and fall. And they were like, okay, let's put this shit in right.
But do you know how many children today can't read? Because I used to be a teacher. And I taught science of all things. Which it's like you have to be able to read and comprehend shit to be able to do anything. The number of students who could not comprehend like even the simplest shit is staggering.
Right.
Like it's a lot of people cannot read.
Well, a lot of people can't read. Yeah.
The system is a mind fuck.
We just don't know about it.
Because if a lot of shit they tell us that you can't do, we actually do an application and don't realize.
Agreed.
From math.
Agreed.
You know, everyday life is algebra 2, trigonometry.
Exactly.
Geometry. It's all there in front of us, but they just reclassify it as something, and they kind of confuse us with the way they teach it to us.
And one thing to the credit of all of my former students is like, okay, everybody does not fit inside a specified box. Everybody cannot do complete tasks and do things in the way that you feel like they should be done, but people can figure out ways to get shit done. Like my kids, like they were not the best at like reading and comprehension, but if I broke things down to them a certain way or provided them certain incentives or, you know, just made it seem like something else, like something entertaining as opposed to something boring and plain, they would figure out ways to get shit done. Like people and ingenuity is built into our DNA.
Definitely. But you know,
we just don't get credit for that.
We gotta stop letting people use guilt to control us. You know what I'm saying? You know, guilt is a form of combat. It's somebody that's trying to get you to be on their playing field.
That's true.
Shit
you know
got real serious indeed.
I'll give you an example. I'm gonna give you an example because motherfuckers do it all the time, and you don't. It's only a few types of people that I will allow to give me some type of guilt trip. You know what I'm saying? You got strippers.
Why are they top of the list?
You got children, and my mom.
But why?
And my mom don't even do it like that. Strippers. I allow strippers to give me guilt trips for a few reasons. Because first of all, I'm a customer. And they selling a service.
What kind of guilt trips
you know what I'm saying?
Giving you?
Right. So I had this chick. I had a homegirl that was at home. She's my homegirl now, but before I knew her, she was just a stripper I was smashing. And her whole hustle was guilt trip. You know what I'm saying? So she was bald headed.
Y'all know about that? Because I feel like from y'all's response and reaction that y'all know about that.
She was bald headed. Hold on. She was bald headed. You know what I'm saying? And she used to put a wig on when she stripped. You know what I'm saying? And she'd put a wig on, and then she'd get in your lap, she'd give you a lap dance, and then she would let the wig fall off into your lap, right? And then she would tell customers, you know, I'm just stripping to pay for chemo.
Oh my God.
She would make you feel guilty.
Oh my God.
About having cancer, but she didn't have cancer, but the guilt trip. That the bitch man.
Shit?
I fucking can't. That's evil.
The bitch was balling.
That's disrespectful.
The
That's disrespectful
bitch
to
was
everybody
balling.
that really has cancer.
You understand what I'm saying? A guilt trip, that's a form of war. It's a weapon. It's like a Uzi. If you know how to use it, It can take you where you want to go.
Guilt trips don't work on me.
Wow.
No, they don't. Now, why don't they work on you?
I'd be like, hey, handle it. But I'm a firm believer that life gives us the perfect hurdle to jump across. Whatever hurdles you got, you equipped to jump across that motherfucker, and I'm not going to necessarily be the stool. It just is what it is. Because people who gonna solve their own problems don't guilt people. Only people who guilt people are people who don't want to solve their own problems. I don't have sympathy for people who don't want to solve their own problems. I only got sympathy for people who are trying. Then I jump up in there with you.
It's like guilt, peer pressure, all of those things.
Do guilt trips work on you?
I mean, I personally think they work on everybody.
I be laughing.
I think they work on everybody. I have I have a relative, and she had hit. I know she's like young, young, and like smokes weed and all that.
Right.
You know what I mean? Her mom just whatever the case is. So she had hit me up, like, hey, can I borrow $20, and I'll send you a PayPal and all that. I was like, for what? She's like, oh, we don't have food. So I know that their life is kind of rocky.
Right.
So she's using it more of like, so-and-so's not taking care of us. We don't have food. But I'm looking at it like, man, nah, I think you're going to go buy some weed.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
$20 ain't gonna.
So I was like, well, send me a picture of your fridge. You know what I'm saying? Like, real talk.
Oh, the inside of the fridge.
Yeah, I was like, and it was like, oh, well, I'm about to go somewhere right now, but I'll text you when I get back.
Yeah.
But it was like guilt to me based off of me knowing the situation and we're related.
Yeah.
Of like, oh, this person will give me the money.
Right.
So, I mean, that person probably could have finessed me. Not in that situation, but you feel bad for shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially when you know the situation.
Right.
It's kind of hard. Like, now that I know like this kid's like capable of like manipulation at like a young age is creepy to me.
Right.
Because if you practice it on me, you gonna rook some nigga.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? For they whip, you know what I'm saying, or for they whatever. You know what I'm saying? You lie to a nigga, say you think you pregnant. You know what I'm saying? Like I look at it like it's a gateway. You're gonna start with the people you know,
a gateway drug.
guilting, and then it just turns and you create that monster at the end.
Guilt is a gateway drug.
It definitely is.
That's true.
Talk to me.
Shit, mine is kind of like the story you talking about with the cancer thing. I got a cousin back home in Nigeria it's common. Okay, I'm sure y'all all have been hit up by one of my cousins here or there asking to change some money, this and that.
Yeah,
I have not.
Buy my rims and I was trying to sell them.
I'm sorry.
My rims don't get back to Nigeria.
Hey, they from the African consulate?
I'm
not a part of that.
That's my nigga holler at you. But, so this. I'm not immune to it. Like I get the phone calls. Oh, you know, I'm sick and this and that. So I have this one cousin that's been sick like 3 or 4 times in my life, like terminally ill. You know,
and the nigga recovers.
Nigga had cancer for 15 years.
Like, I got back to cancer. I don't know how I'm gonna survive.
All right.
All right. A nigga just making up new cancers.
When I eat neck bones, my shit hurt real bad, man. I just.
He got ear cancer. He got real strategic when he went to my uncles and stuff and just started complaining about being sick, just being.
And it came back to you.
Didn't ask them for no money, right? But he knew me. That's my cousin.
You an American.
My uncle's gonna look at him later, whatever, nigga. You always do this. Me, nigga, you good? You alright? Yeah, they all talking like you know.
It obviously it came back to him.
That shit works so easily. So I sent him that money. Yeah. One of my other cousins was like, "Nigga, don't send this nigga no money, man. He good. He over here talking shit about it right now."
I get offended at game
bold. That's bold.
I get that shit. That shit offends me.
What happened?
Like if I see just because you're struggling, don't mean you're guilty. You're guilting somebody. It's some people you can see they really struggling.
Right.
And it's like, okay, they're not going to guilt you. You're just like, okay, I'm going to help you out.
Right.
But when I see you over there struggling and you always struggling and you a grown-ass man, now women a little different. But if you're a man and you always struggling, at that point, you're like, man, get your bitch ass down.
Yeah, nigga, if you don't
I get mad.
Wait, I don't understand.
No,
that.
it makes all the sense in the world.
Like female family members, female cousins, I'm going to look at a little different than men.
So you grade a man struggling worse than you grade a woman?
A man always
Most
struggling. You're talking about perpetual struggle? Yes.
Yes.
I mean,
a grown man struggling, I'm gonna look at you differently than a grown woman struggling.
But people,
I'll be more inclined to help the woman than I would the man.
But it's harder for men though. It is. I will be honest and say it is
definitely harder. I agree.
Much harder for men.
Have you ever guilt tripped?
Because women get that
I agree it's harder, but you got to do it anyway.
Have you?
Like I had to do it.
You got to do it anyway.
Have you ever guilt tripped a man into doing some shit you wanted him to do, and you look back like, yeah, I shouldn't have did that, but it is what it is.
Nah, I don't feel the need to guilt trip anyone. I just say.
What about the past? What about the past?
No.
How small?
Because I'm a little bit different because I'm a weirdo, and I'm very straightforward in things.
Okay.
Like I say things and people be like, oh, I can't believe you said that, or whatever, and I just be like, but it is what it is. Like either it is or it ain't. Like just.
Okay, I feel you.
And it could be a sign thing, it could be a me thing, I don't know, but I'm just very honest and straightforward about things. So I don't really like guilt trip people into anything. Like I ask, but then again, a lot of stuff I ask is because I do things for people.
Okay.
And it's like, but I've learned very, very recently, like repeatedly, is like, just because I will do things for people because I can doesn't mean that people will do those same things for me just because they can. So like I said, I'm very straightforward, very honest about things, and I realize that everybody is not me and everybody is not like me.
Hell nah.
You know what I realize about guilt, man? Guilt is kind of weird because a lot of things tie into guilt, from jealousy to all type of hoe ass feelings. And
Kraig Facts.
What makes you a man? What makes you a man is how you deal with hoe ass shit you feel on the inside that don't nobody know you feeling.
Yeah,
that's what make you a man. Because we all be having like little shady
punk
ass thoughts. I'm like, nah, nigga, I can't do that, nigga. What the fuck wrong with you, crap? I'm not finna do that. You know what I mean? Like, you know, it's how you fight that shit.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Guilt. What you think about this statement? Guilt comes from shame or poor boundaries.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shame. Well,
I
mean, it I feel like it's a few things it comes from. That's definitely probably one of the leaders of where it comes from. But are we talking about like self-feeling guilt or putting your guilt on somebody else?
I mean, okay, so that's another thing. So now you went into another subject that we'll talk about later. But we could say somebody else.
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna, I look at it like if you're gonna put guilt on somebody else, then
look at yourself first.
You want something out of that, right?
Right.
So you're actually gonna amplify your guilt to somebody. Like you'll put gravy on it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So you can make sure you get that return of what you want. So, I mean, I've had people hit me up, for money, just all kind of this wild shit, this weird wild shit, and it's like, oh, I'm going through this, or. You know what I'm saying? Let's say something like, oh, my baby daddy ain't pay me for this, and I got kids, and this, that, and the third. I don't give a fuck about your kids. You get what I'm saying? I don't even like kids. I don't even like kids. So I'm not even the one to even give that type of information to. I legit, I don't think your kid's cute or none of that shit. So
I don't think your kid's
not lying.
Yeah, so I
don't think your kid's cute.
Yeah, so just from my standpoint, I've never. But again, that shit worked. There's a reason people. It's all this. We've all heard the same stories because the shit works.
It does.
You see what I'm saying? We're talking about the few times it didn't work, but the shit works way more than it don't. Yeah. And to me, it's a fucked up it's a fucked up deal. But as far as the power when it comes in, it's for me, it's usually like relatives.
Right.
Because most of my friends know how I feel about this most shit. Yeah. So they don't even fucking ask me.
Yeah.
Right.
But it's usually like certain relatives, I'm like, oh, they at it again? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Or if I hear so-and-so say, hey, B, so-and-so was asking me for this. What's the word? I'm like...
I have a safe distance from my relatives, thank God.
Really?
Very safe distance from them. Nah, before COVID. Just I never got close enough to them for they can ask me for some money.
Yeah.
You know what? At the family reunions and be like deuces, and I'll never return the text.
This thing I'm talking about lives on the other side of the world. Yeah. I've seen him like 6 times in my life. And he felt that comfortable to come in.
But it probably
no, I'm sick. I need to get money from you, please.
But it probably wasn't you. Like exactly, it probably wasn't you.
Ain't nobody around there that you can just go in and get the money from. Like I still got to get it to you.
Because that's the thing though. But that's the underlying thing because it wasn't just you per se. It was the fact that, this is a person who is able. This is a person who will look at me a certain way and feel like, like I need to do this because that person is in distress or whatever. It like guilting someone into something, unless it's something that, a person really needs to be guilted over, like they're really slacking on something or they're really letting dropping the ball on something. Unless it's a situation like that, guilting someone into something is a form of dishonesty.
Oh no, it's very
dishonest.
But it's a way to beat it. We'll get into that a little bit later. But everybody should have their own personal set of rules that they abide by, individually. Besides the shit that we got to do as a collective. And one of the ways I beat guilt is I got my list of things. I got my own 10 commandments, nigga.
Tell on yourself.
My thou shalt nots that I don't give a fuck if nobody say I'm not gonna do it because it's against my shit. I revisit them periodically to make sure my mind is in the right space. So if you breaking one of my thou shalt nots, I don't give a fuck what you kind of guilt trip you try to take me on, nigga. If you smoking crack, if you beating up on innocent bitches, cause some bitches deserve to get beat up. But what about we all know. Domestic violence is not always abuse because some women like to fight.
This is true. This is true because I don't believe
some women like to fight.
I don't believe a woman should ever put her hands on a man unless
they do it anyway.
What's old girl that just pulled the gun on her?
Earl Thomas girl.
Earl Thomas pulled a strap on this nigga. I would have knocked that bitch and woke her up about 9 times. I'd have ice packed her till her shit went back down to normal. As soon as her face was back to normal, I'd have knocked her right back out. She got a whole month of knockouts from me.
If you can't fucking communicate, then just let that shit
I'd have given that bitch a whole month.
Don't encourage his ass. Don't encourage him.
It's not always abuse because some women like to fight.
I agree with that.
I don't think you should ever hit a woman.
You should never hit a woman.
But you should defend yourself and protect yourself if shit is going down.
Yeah, let's be real. It's still abuse if you hit a woman. You can't. You can't hit them.
It is.
You can't hit them.
It is, but it is also abuse. But it's also abuse if a woman puts her hands on a man.
Yes.
It goes both ways.
Women should know how to. How about everybody use their words?
Yeah, use your words.
Use your words.
No, I'm just saying. Like, if a woman has a gun on me, yeah, I'm gonna beat the shit out of her. But if there's no weapon. Come on, you can't. If I get hit and there's no weapon, I gotta leave.
Yeah, you gotta
leave.
But fuck that.
A knife, gun, bat, bro, come on. I'm gonna knock her the fuck out. But you can't. But I mean, that's just reality.
Just a gun.
A gun, yeah.
Only weapon, just a gun.
I'll have to beat her up.
So if you was in Korea and the bitch pulled a ninja star out on you, you just gonna let her flash on you?
Hey, hold on. Hey,
she probably got them hands.
I'm fucking with you. It's not right to hit a woman.
No, you can't. If a bitch got a ninja star, I shouldn't even be there anyway. Then.
Yeah. You think a motherfucker could rob you with a ninja star?
No.
If he throws it far away, if he tossed that over 30 feet away,
if you know how to use that,
you done.
Right.
Like you probably
if she throw it in like a spin.
Right.
She got
yeah, like nigga, and then
she don't believe it.
Nigga, and she catch it while it comes like, then yeah, I'm not.
Boomerang should come back around.
Well, hold on. So I'm saying if it to get back on subject, if it's outside of my personal 10 commandments, I'm at the age where I can't feel sorry for you.
What are these 10?
If you're going to take me on a guilt trip, it's a few things you got to do if you want me to ride with you.
Okay, what is that?
First, you got to pay for the plane ticket.
Oh.
You understand what I'm saying?
Wow.
You got to buy me dinner. You got to give me a fifth or something. You know what I'm saying? You got to sit me down, and you got to really pay.
Yeah, it has some kind
of
trip.
A trip. It's a trip. Mm-hmm. It may you may physically not go nowhere, but mentally, we in Bullshitville, nigga, and I ain't never been here.
Go ahead.
So you need to be my guy, bro. You just can't take me on a guilt trip and not give me the rule. So sit me down and then get straight to the shit.
Yeah.
After
get
I'm
to
fed,
it. None of that small talk.
I can't stand you.
Fuck a backstory. Nigga.
I hate people that call me with small talk when you know they want something.
Exactly.
Hey man, how everything been going, man?
Like,
anything changed?
What you want? What you want? That period. What you want? What is it?
No, nigga.
Let's get this over with.
When I answer the phone, you should be like $50. You shouldn't even ask for me. Let's
say $50.
Then $50.
No, hey, how you doing? No,
and I should have to say, who the fuck is this?
Butter me up a little bit on that.
I should have to say,
like at least speak.
If
first.
I don't have to say, who the fuck is this? You're wasting my time.
Oh, wow.
Right.
Ring, hello, $50. Who the fuck is this? That's how it should go.
I will. Look, I will remember that if I ever need assistance in anything.
But that,
hey, Kraig, I got a question. What if Brandon called you and asked you for $50, and then he came back with that bullshit ass shirt? How would you feel?
My God.
How would you feel?
My God.
I would have thought that he must.
I'm down.
I had to get him back.
Shots fired.
So I bought this shit at gunpoint, nigga. Leave me alone.
You been in the stores, ain't nothing out there. Nothing on the right sleeve.
I can't believe
So once a year, I fly to Hawaii to buy these.
Well, we got palm trees here in LA,
So I adopted a palm tree. This is a shirt that came with it.
Oh man.
you know they're not gonna let it go till you come back. You gonna have to come back. You gonna have to come back.
That's the shirt you buy when you say, I'm thinking about going into the coconut business.
It's a wave. Come on. I'm waiting on it. I'm waiting. Look, hey, I'm here for you. I'm here for you.
Man,
I'm waiting for this comeback.
That's wild, bro. That's wild, bro. That's wild, man. Nigga, bro. No, I'm waiting. I'm just waiting.
Back? He coming back?
Oh no, he gonna come back.
Coming back.
I too am waiting for this comeback.
I spit on my phone.
Oh shit.
Yeah, man, I'm getting ragged on.
Napkin over here.
I'm getting killed by the valet driver y'all let in.
I fucking told you.
Who gave this nigga the password to get in?
Hey, we gonna let her.
That nigga look like Welvin's uncle.
You switch with him for a few minutes. Yeah.
Welvin's uncle.
About 15 minutes.
Show his face right quick.
This nigga said Welvin's uncle. Welvin's the fake.
That nigga headbutt 3 niggas every morning.
I don't know why that shirt shit was so funny, man. What the fuck did I do, man? Put this motherfucking shirt on, nigga, and take this ukulele with it.
Hey, the ukulele?
I'm fucking.
I appreciate.
I got some bullshit shirts. I got some bullshit shirts on me.
You got the most bullshit.
Yeah, I got a whole closet dedicated to bullshit.
Hey, bro. Hey, there's nobody gonna make these shirts is hard, bro. I've been wearing one once a week.
Yeah, I got a few of those. I do. You know what I'm saying? You had Duncan sit there for bullshit shirt. Sit down for a minute.
Hey, DeWan, I'm about to get him too later.
Bitch, make sure y'all speaking to the mic. I'm gonna have him sit down for a few minutes.
Wait.
I want to introduce 2 guests, man. Very talented dudes, man. Go ahead and introduce yourself, Dunk.
Mr. Duncan Penderhughes. Oh, check it. Talk. Mr. Duncan Penderhughes, you know what I'm saying? Hip hop producer from Compton.
Fire producer.
I do.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Who you work with? Tell us who you work with.
Sheesh. Everybody.
3 names.
I was around. My
nigga Chuck.
Yeah, me and
nigga Murder Ron.
Speaking of Chuck,
The game started together.
we started together when he was. I met him going to Cerritos College, actually.
Wow.
I'm sorry, who?
The game.
Yeah.
Wow.
Jason Young.
Wow.
Yeah. I went to. Went to school with him. Man, this is a gang of people. Bishop Lamont.
Bishop super humble, man.
Yeah, man.
He one of the most humble niggas. That nigga will get on his knees and pray to you when he meets you. That's how humble that nigga is.
Yeah, cool.
He is very humble. Shout out to Bishop Lamont.
Like,
no, he's swole.
They don't be know how like he
real.
Yeah,
I met that nigga hooping. Like,
yeah, he a big ass
cool
nigga.
He cool people.
Cool as hell.
Very humble.
Glasses, gang, and all. Most of the West Coast, I had a opportunity to work with K-Dot. You know what I mean? When he first started, but you know what I mean. I wasn't feeling his rap at the time because he was on Rappity at the time. I'm trying to make hits.
Right.
Which was the biggest mistake I probably ever made in my life.
Pull the mic up to you. Pull the mic up.
Yeah. People saw that coming though.
Yeah, no, not at all. Top Dog did his thing with the whole, you know what I'm saying, camp. So.
Top Dog on some legendary shit.
Yeah, that's some legendary shit right there for real.
Yeah, shout out to Top Dog. I don't know you, but I know your cousin AD, man.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm a fan like a motherfucker. Keep making them moves, man. Go ahead, man.
Antoine Young.
Antoine Young. They don't look so young.
Antoine Young, a.k.a. Eddie Murphy.
Man, tell them where they can find you, man.
You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, all the social media sites, and performing when everything open back up.
Man, tell me.
What do you perform?
Laugh Factory, and I go on tour, open for Idol Rodriguez and Tony Rock.
Beautiful.
Hell yeah.
He's out here doing his thing, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah, man. We all started together. Me, Dewan, you know what I'm saying, Antoine. We started.
So when y'all all passed Dewan, how'd you meet back with him?
Our second day doing comedy?
How did y'all circle back and pick him up and you dropped him off?
Well, after I've been doing it for 1 week, I decided to go back.
He was still on that street when y'all dropped him off.
That's funny.
Guilt tripping niggas, huh?
He was there the first time I ever performed on stage as a stand-up.
He was the chef.
You know, I was a rapper first, man. I had 5-6 albums.
You are a rapper?
I mean, I'm an MC. I'm gonna do that my whole life.
Front door.
I've been spitting since I was a child. You know what I'm saying? But when it's crazy how shit comes full circle because when I was really going hard, I had a deal on the table. I'm not gonna say no names or no labels, but
Bad Boy.
His dad said you either gonna get a real job.
But at the time, it's when the game.
Or you gonna get your ass out my
when
house.
the game first went.
That was the deal.
It's when the game first went, and
2004.
a little bit before that, by 2002, 2001.
End of 01.
Right. And so at the time, everybody was back on the gangster shit because it had just came off of the whole Puff Daddy shit for about 5-6 years.
Mm-hmm.
So when the game got hot, you know, he was tatted up, super banging blood. The city I'm from is all bloods, but I'm not a blood. You know what I'm saying? I'm just a regular black man. You know what I'm saying? So the deal I had, they wanted me to take that image.
Oh, yeah.
They wanted me to be, because he know me. He know me.
So why you could have did it though?
Nigga, I had a meeting, and they was like, nigga, when we sign you, we want you to diss this particular rapper, and this is the direction we want to go in because this is what's making money.
Yeah, they had a whole.
I done had a vision or the understanding of the buess in general because I come from a family of gangsters, so that's how I know I'm not a gangster, and then also just regular everyday working motherfuckers. I grew up around that. I grew up around some niggas that you like. Why? I don't get it, nigga. You know what I'm saying? No. So I walked. Long story short, I walked away. I walked away from the shit. I was like, nigga, this ain't me, bro.
Yeah.
And sometimes I would feel guilty because I literally no more bullshit. Because basketball was my first love. But I literally been rhyming and playing basketball for like around the same amount. I probably started playing ball like about 4-5 years old. And I got into rhyming probably this couple years after that. I've been doing this shit equally, so it hurt my heart to have to walk away from it. And I would feel guilty that I put all them years into it, not to get nothing, or to be put in a situation where them was my only two options. Or at least I felt like that's all I had.
Right.
Yeah.
So when they gonna ask you to write with like a gangster comic, you gonna play comedy too? We need you to be more like the thug comic.
Gangster comic.
Hell yeah. But at the time, I didn't realize that I was saying no to something that was against my own personal 10 commandments.
Yeah.
That's a high integrity, man.
You know what I'm saying? Have you ever said no to an opportunity that was against your own personal, that could have changed your life?
Yeah.
Give me one, man. Give me one.
Man, she was about like 5'10", 6.
I thought he was about to say she was about 5.
Hold on.
Hell no.
Let's correct that. No, I was not.
Hell no.
Let's correct that. No, I was not. I said you were 500
She
pounds.
about to give me about 5 to 10.
Hey man, I'm gonna go ahead and leave Wilbur's daddy alone here.
I get fucking offers. I get fucking offers.
We're going to get you back on the mic in 1 second. I want you to talk about that.
She talking about from earlier today. I offered her something.
He's a liar.
I was like, I got $20.
Who got a time where they had to walk away from some shit that they felt guilty about because it was against their shit, their own personal commandments or whatever? Anybody got something?
It's been a couple of times I had to walk away from deals to where I understood the verbiage of what was going on, and it seemed like it could have been a good short-term situation.
Right.
But looking at a long-term, you become a slave, especially in the music industry. They will have you producing for Joe Blow that is definitely gonna get shelved.
Right.
But these people they got records under contract, so they have to fulfill these records. So
right.
I would be on getting no shine.
Right.
But I would be like, I'm signed. I'm signed to Def Jam. Def Jam.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I got a contract with Def Jam, but I'm sitting on the shelf. You know what I'm saying? No creative control. No, I can't. You can only work with these people. If I catch you working with these people, litigation will be brought against you. So all types. So it's like in the industry, music industry, period. You have to I'm gonna stand on my square. This is what I'm not going for.
Right.
Because they will drag you. You know what I'm saying, towards where you don't want to be. Trust me. There's a lot of cats who think they can go there, but.
So Pete, mine's not on that kind of. It's not on that high scale at all. Because I was a kid when this was. I used to work I worked at a Halloween shop, right? And bro, I worked at. So it was like you know everybody do the seasonal. You do the seasonal jobs, whatever, blah blah blah. You steal all they shit and you get a check. So that's what you know what I'm saying.
A kid Halloween.
So that's basically what you do, right? You work. So I'm working there. They had us doing this bitch work, right? This mopping shit. All type of shit. So then this lady come to me. She was like this Indian lady, not Native American, like India.
Oh, okay.
And she was like, "Hey, I'm not gonna do the accent. I'll botch it." But she asked me to wear a fucking costume and stand outside and fucking with the sign and shit. Yeah. I was like, I'm not doing that.
Oh, not at all.
It's not gonna happen.
Oh, you talking about the twirling?
Like just like wear like a fucking gorilla outfit or some shit.
Oh, put this shirt on. You told me to put this shirt on 30 years ago. Now I'm gonna save it for when I'm damn near 40. No.
Kraig got no undershirt.
I got something out of that shop.
Okay, that's a good. What kind of costume was it?
It was some fucking horror costume or something like that. But I'm like, look, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
Like that.
He's wanting him to put on
y'all
the
could
suit.
treat us like shit every day. That is where we're gonna draw the line.
Yeah,
and it was like, no, I'm gonna need you to do that.
Yeah.
And it's just
get down and lay down.
Yeah, it's one of the things. But it just compromises as far as this. I don't want to be. You could be funny with people, but I want you laughing at me.
Yeah, exactly.
You feel what I'm saying? And like the laughing at me part is where I'll draw the line on majority of things. I'm not gonna give you that.
Yeah, I'm gonna laugh at a nigga in a horror costume.
Yeah, I'm not laughing at you. Yeah, I'm not gonna give you that, bro. Yeah, I can't give you that.
So you'll never work at a haunted house or anything like that? I can't do that.
No, it's not. But it's if you want me to, but I'm not dressing up to be funny about. You know what I'm saying? Like it's
buffoonery, basically.
Yeah, it's just don't you're not gonna use me for that.
What about you, Dose?
Shit, mine. I had this one homie who he had some money too. So he was young. This nigga was living by himself, doing his thing. So it's like, it's just like he was a dope boy. I mean, we knew, the whole neighborhood knew, but it was like, well, shit. He was cool as fuck. He wasn't. I don't know about him ever killing nobody or nothing like that.
Right.
We just knew this nigga. Oh, this nigga was in the gang. He was connected. And we hooped together though. So that's how I met him. I met him playing ball.
Right.
And just one day, this nigga plug in my ear. Hey, what's up, nigga? You trying to, you see how I'm working? You can make some money. I ain't gonna have you doing no dumb shit. Just some shit here and there. Just hold this bag from you. Just some little.
Right.
Nigga, I thought about that shit for like a good week and a half. Like I was really like, man, he about to give me $1,000 to hold his backpack at my daddy garage, nigga.
Oh
shit,
yeah.
daddy would never know.
Right.
My room is right there. Like he would have to come through he don't never come in here. Like, fuck. Nah, I can't do it. I was just so scared of getting caught.
Yeah.
That I was like, nah. Like I didn't know and that's some shit that could have changed my life because my life would have went differently from there.
Yeah.
Like, I'd have got that taste of that little bit of money, and ain't no telling where I would have went from there.
But see, that's the thing. Once a nigga moved the line, you forget where the original mark was at.
Yeah, exactly.
See what I'm saying?
Exactly. So goes.
You could have moved it there and thinking everything was still Gucci with it.
But it's like now it's a little bit
you
more.
ain't even know.
You already getting this money for this.
You don't even
just
know.
A little bit more for this much more money.
Right.
Yeah, you don't even know. You done moved the line several miles up. So you doing shit that you would have never normally did if you would have actually went through with that shit.
Yeah. So in hindsight, like just looking back, I'm like, man, I'm so glad I do that shit. I mean, granted, he was offering me a good bag, like a good $2,000 to hold a backpack. Like some transporter shit. Like
when was this?
Don't open the bag. This is 2004. This is 2003 before I went to military.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like I had already graduated high school. I'm just
that shit with
18-year-old at home, like no money.
With who?
Uber,
yeah.
They be having money.
That's the best way to sell dope. I'm gonna tell you. That's how I do it. you go get your burner credit card. You order the Uber. You put the dope in the back seat. The driver ain't gonna go to jail.
Nope at all. Don't even know.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm selling dope, nigga.
Dope boys like, go.
What do you say? What you gotta do? What the credit card gotta be?
About to flip the game right
Man.
Yeah.
Oh, I got a Kraig fact. Hold on, man.
Uh-oh. Do your Googles.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I got to
Give that Kraig fact. Give that Kraig fact.
You know what I'm saying? Let's see here. Where that motherfucker at, man? I thought this was a good one here. Okay. This is some shit that I was surprised at because I actually thought that I held this record. And I found out that it's another motherfucker out there. His name is Jonah Falcon. Jonah Falcon has the world record for the largest dick. This nigga shit, check this out. On everything. This shit fucked me up because I thought I was the only one out here like this. This nigga dick is 9.5 inches soft and 13.5 inches hard.
That's
Man,
he excited.
You said what's his name?
The nigga dick. That is ridiculous.
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
That is ridiculous.
It's ridiculous.
that's a double entendre right
You
there.
know what I'm saying?
We call that a double entendre.
Bro, nigga, his name is Jonah Falcon. I want to have you on the show, man. If you're out there watching,
You gotta,
Go to
you gotta wear, you gotta wear
him on the
sweats.
show.
Hey, but you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna know homo. I'm gonna pause this.
no homo like a motherfucker.
But look, as a man, I don't know if you want 13 inches.
Nah,
that ain't no
Cause you
reason.
ain't finna. I know ladies say that.
Yeah.
Ladies don't want no 13-inch dick.
Yeah.
Ain't no nigga. Hey man,
Yeah.
hey man.
It's too much.
That's too much, bro.
You can't even get the whole stroke in. You like, huh?
That's like having.
She's like, okay, that's
That's
cool.
like
You know what
having
I'm
a. That's like having a mile-long limo. I can't make no turns or nothing. I can't turn. I got to just go straight. I mean, I can't do nothing extra.
That's what I'm saying.
I just want to make a motherfucking turn. That's all.
I just gotta go. You said
You
you
can
gotta
get the
go.
limo going back.
It ain't no reason for that much dick, God.
At all.
It ain't no reason for that.
Could you?
I'm just saying, women.
Do they have like a D? You know how you get a pump to make it bigger? Do they got like a D pump with something?
If a nigga want
Make it
more
small.
What do
dick,
you say? It's a pump? Niggas ain't got no pump.
Is this person in porn? Is this
I ain't
person in
never heard of
porn?
a pump.
I don't know.
Pump?
to make it do?
Google his name. See.
I'm not typing that motherfucker's name.
Yeah.
His
you ain't never been to Kraig?
His name is.
He's got. Do I have a dick pump?
Not only you got a dick pump, it's visible to.
He said, "Do I got a dick pump?"
It's visible to company. That's what he said.
I got a dick pump on the coffee table.
I got a Black Panther. I got a Black Panther one.
This is my favorite one.
It say Kraig Facts.
That shit out there. They're like,
This is on the website.
man, for real.
That's
Merchandise. Merch.
He said, "How you think I got the record?"
So that's a real thing.
It's a real thing. It's a real fact. Look up the name. Look up the name. Jonah Falcon.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? I got another Kraig fact. Remember when I told you that domestic violence isn't always abuse because some women like to fight?
That's true.
Well, this is also true in nature. So hummingbirds, I don't know if y'all know, but hummingbirds beat their bitches. So what happens is hummingbirds beat their bitches. So what happens is hummingbirds, when they pair, the male goes out and finds food for the baby and the woman and brings it back to him. But a lot of times when he goes out, the woman hummingbird will step out, fuck another bird while he's out there hunting.
Disrespectful.
So somehow, some way, the male knows when this happens, and what they'll do is they'll start like violently plucking the feathers off, and they'll actually bite off a portion of her beak.
Yeah, you won't be giving up.
So they give him like a scarlet letter.
Next time you hear some head, he's gonna scratch the nigga dick up.
So Peter, so they'll basically give him a scarlet letter. So if you see any hummingbird bitches with no beak, she's a sleazy motherfucker.
Featherless hummingbirds, a horse.
Y'all remember when that penguin?
Everything.
Hold on. What do you say?
Remember that video when that penguin was fighting a couple years ago?
Nah.
Penguins don't cheat. They one woman, one man. That's it.
Right.
So just like you said, penguin went out, came back, and his bitch was with another fucking penguin. So them niggas fought like bloody as shit. This shit was all over. This shit was on. It made the news. Nigga, like it made the news.
Oh, this at SeaWorld?
This bitch is rare.
He's at the LA Zoo.
Feathers and
Niggas went out to get fed.
So penguins ain't even safe no more.
Yeah. He's almost at the Compton Zoo. At the Compton Zoo.
That's funny.
There's a bigger audience when we put it up.
It must have been.
I thought that was interesting.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
But you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so other animals feel shit. Because for a while, you know, people didn't think that animals felt shit. You know what I'm saying? So they get those feelings of jealousy. They put on guilt trips and shit like that, same way we do.
He came back and saw her.
Man, gave her the.
Do y'all remember that video? Like that penguin.
That was right in the middle.
That shit was bloody.
Yeah, everybody was panicking like, oh my god.
All
I'm over here like penguins.
That nigga got a real issue.
Okay. What's up, Facebook? I know y'all ain't used to me being on here. I thought I was broadcasting this on my fan page. It's on my regular page, which I'm kind of hot about, but it's all good. Anybody got anything they want to plug? Okay. We're going to start here, Dunk. What you got? What you trying to plug, man?
Well, man, we got a gang of things. I want to plug my I got a program called Gangsta Nerd where I take kids at-risk youth. We take them and we teach them coding, apps, music if they want to learn it, anything like that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a lot of programs in the hood that's sports based.
Right.
I mean, and I have a cousin who has a Unity Hoops Club. He has a basketball program, but there's kids that's not gonna make it. You know what I mean? We all know this. He ain't gonna make it. You know what I'm saying? But see, that wasn't even a shot. It was, I promise. But you know what I mean? Yeah. So there's a lot of those kids. You know what I mean? I want to take those kids and give them an environment to flourish. I mean, a lot of this stuff that's going to happen in our future is going to be technically based, which is they're going to have computer skills, they gonna have to know the trades. Like there's a lot of these UPS jobs. They're finna go, and it's all the time. Right now we like this coronavirus thing killed us off from funding, because they shut down all the schools.
Right.
All that stuff happened, and I don't take any donations because I fund it myself.
Right.
But I deal with we're dealing with the grants and everything. So, but it's like I want to get that out there, because there's a lot of other programs that don't push that agenda and not thinking about the kids, the actual future. You know what I mean? We can say they can own whatever they want to own, but this is what's going to happen. You know what I mean? Right. And they're pushing it right now, because I don't know if you heard Elon Musk was on a Joe Rogan show talking about how they're already 2 years away from the self-driving big rigs.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, they already took a couple years. So
Jobs is going to be out of
here. They are here.
They already out here.
Yeah.
We need to talk about that. I got grant writing experience.
Oh, definitely. Definitely, sis. Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah, that's crazy. Self-driving big rigs.
Yeah, so that stuff, you know what I'm saying? So I want to get the kids on that. Gangsta Nerd Sound Academy. I do music also. I got beats all day, tracks. I do graphic design also. It's going to be a Gangsta Nerd graphic design also. Yeah. So it's all those in two. Hit me, Mr. Duncan Penny Hughes on Instagram. Gangsta Nerd 81 at gmail.com. That actually is the dude from class. I don't know if y'all seen.
Oh yeah.
So, but see, I'm from Compton though. You know what I'm saying? I used to gangbang all that shit. So when I'm Blade Brown. I used to nigga. Now I'm the smart nigga at the end that took the girl. You know what I'm saying? Actually, was what's her name from Fresh Prince? Hillary.
I just know her by Hillary.
Oh, she fine still.
Beautiful.
Karen Parsons.
Yeah, she done. Anyway, but yeah, that's all I got. You know
Okay. You got something you want to plug, Antoine?
Just nothing. My laptop when I get home.
Hey, what about that skit you got with your son Welvin coming? Speaking of horror, I seen the first one. I was like, these niggas got something. These niggas got something.
Welvin.
Hey, they don't have Donkey Kong play
That's fucked up.
You been throwing coconuts at him, huh?
As long as I got the right shirt on.
That's a shot. I think that's a shot. I ain't gonna say it. I think that was a shot.
Okay, what else did I wanna? You got something you wanna plug, fam?
I'm good, man.
You good? Let me get let me get them two over here real quick.
Let them two.
Get them plugged in.
Reverse.
Appreciate the patience, y'all.
Yeah. That's a strong chair right there.
I know, right? It's so high and shit. Like, it's just very.
I thought you were talking about DeWan's.
I
talking about DeWan.
I tried to,
She got Firestone wheels on that chair and shocks.
I tried to adjust the shit.
You're from Nigeria, right? Your family from Nigeria.
Yes, sir.
Hey, don't this hair remind you of the Serengeti the day before the rain? The day before that first rain of the year? Right there, just dry in the motherfucker.
You know what? I'm not gonna take part.
D, you got something you want to plug?
Yeah, I want y'all tonight, every Thursday night, hotepish.com is my show. We talk a lot of shit. I had Kraig on a couple weeks ago. We was running our mouth talking shit.
It's a great show, man.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
I haven't got the call for the invite, but it's a good show.
You can come next week, motherfucker.
That's a great show. Everybody watch.
Yeah, that's it right now. Hotepish.com. I got my merchandise and shit, all that. And yeah, go to that. Tonight we're gonna be talking about. I saw that Becoming documentary with Michelle Obama.
Right.
We're gonna be breaking that down and some of the good stuff that's in it, but we're gonna be highlighting all the bullshit.
So do you guys decode it on your channel, or what do you guys do?
Some stuff I'll decode.
Okay.
Like tonight I'm gonna decode cause there's a lot of coded messages in that I want to break down. That was like low key shots at Black society that went over a lot of people's heads.
Okay.
Because the people are so enamored. Oh, this the first lady.
Oh my God.
Right.
She got her jaw fixed and was like, "Fuck y'all." So I want to break that part down.
Okay, give us the YouTube again, and then what time it comes on?
Yeah,
tonight at 8:00. My YouTube Pacific Standard Time. Hotep-ish here on Facebook. That's the fan page. Word Hotep-ish, all one. That's the fan page. Add that, and that's where it's gonna be streaming through the night.
Beautiful.
Definitely.
Okay.
But you had something you wanted to cover, man?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot going on in the world, man.
There is.
So it's once a week. They're doing the Michael Jordan stuff. So that's still going on right now. That's once a week. Mm-hmm. But I want to ask you too. Do you think the NBA should start the season, or just cut it up and we'll start next year?
You know, hold on. We talk. I think they should start next season, man.
Yeah.
I just think it'll be better for the league. The players will be healthier. You know, going 0 to 60 so fast is not good for an athlete. You need a preseason, a warm up period. You know what I'm saying?
Still out there.
Something to get your body and mind in the right spot. They need to just cancel the season and start over, man. You know what I'm saying?
Who's gonna win this year, man? They better step their season.
Who's we?
The Lakers was gonna win that business.
Yeah.
I don't know. The Lakers look like they was going on paper, but you can't depend on that nigga in the playoffs.
Hold on.
Hey, and before we jump in, I got a Kraig fact for you.
Oh, you got a Kraig fact for me?
So all this cancel culture shit, right? Is the corniest shit I've ever heard in my life. It's just whatever the popular kids say. Let's all agree with that. So Hugo Boss designed the Nazis' outfits.
Seriously?
No, shut up.
Why we don't cancel Hugo Boss?
I'll tell you why.
We don't know.
We know that? Hugo Boss. Hugo Ferdinand Boss designed the apparel. That was his rise to the money.
Right.
Really?
He was the designer. So they was weird Hugo Boss, the Nazis.
I'll tell you why.
Wow.
The same reason why we don't cancel Volkswagen, who made cars for them. Mm-hmm. The same reason why we don't cancel
Adidas.
Ford. Ford made the body for the Jeeps for the Nazi side. The same reason why we don't cancel Coke, because what did Coke do when World War II hit? They said, okay, we're not going to make any more Coke because of their Nazis. So they created Shasta and started making soda in Shasta's name, which is a subsidiary of Coke, so they can get them. So when it comes to America, America's all intertwined because NASA is the Nazis. Yes. Our whole NASA program.
Go ahead.
100%.
Hey, tell us why. Tell everybody why.
Because what happens? Because what happens whenever someone wins a war. This goes back to ancient Egypt. Mm-hmm. Whenever someone wins a war, the first thing they do is consult with the scientists and the people. It happened in ancient Egypt. That's how Greece got their information. Right. That's how Rome got their information. That's how Germany got their information when they went into Africa. That's how they got so smart to begin with. So when they lost, America consulted with Japan and Germany. And you know where those people moved to? Orange County, California is where most of those former Nazis live.
Damn.
And
some in Brazil?
Huh? Some in Brazil too. And that's how we got the jet engine. So every single jet you see was designed by the Nazis.
But don't forget where they got the materials.
Where they got the knowledge.
They got the materials to make this shit was from us.
Where they got the knowledge was from us.
Yeah, we were selling our metal and our, we were selling that to the Nazis, even though we were at war with them. So, yeah, man.
But the Hugo Boss shit is wild. Because everybody know of Hugo Boss and the cologne, the perfume, the apparel, all that.
America and the Nazi Party are like this. If you don't know, in Palisades, there's a former Nazi camp in Palisades that was open during World War II.
I don't
you
think
talking
everybody
about Japanese internment camp?
No, a Nazi camp in Palisades that was going on with the Nazis that were here in California. Just in case the war jumped off here, there was a Nazi camp training grounds that's in the Palisades right now. You can Google this shit and look it up. Don't go up there because there's security up there. They ain't gonna let you in.
We didn't know that.
It's still there.
We didn't know that. And when I say we, I mean I didn't know that because I didn't know that about the Palisades. I didn't know that about Hugo Boss.
Wild, huh?
But that's crazy. That shit's crazy.
Hotbed for skinheads.
Oh,
yeah,
definitely.
I mean that's not so surprising.
When South Africa said no more apartheid, and the Afrikaners that was like, okay, we want to mistreat these niggas. They said this is too much. Where did they move to? Orange County, and Santa Barbara County.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, man.
And so my other one is this: Do you think that sports need to have a combine, or should you just base it off of this production alone?
Wait, say it. What do you mean?
Football. Let's just use football, basketball, right? Do you think we need to know somebody's 40-time, or should it just be based off of just what they did at the level they play?
It should be a mixture because what I find is the combines people come away, they get these high combine numbers and they get drafted high. And then we want, then that person lives the rest of their life with their head down in the sand because they're 7 feet tall and didn't do shit in the NBA.
That's my point. So why have a combine?
A lot of shit that
combine isn't. It's not
that's the slave auction. Look at that. Remember, Farrakhan said, "Look at that nigga run."
That's my point. So what I'm saying is, why would anybody go to that?
One second, Christian, let Antoine come in real quick. Yeah, let Antoine come in real quick.
Yeah, Antoine looks like he done been through a few combines. He done got sold 3 times.
The nigga, what's his dude? Gilbert Arenas.
Right.
That nigga snack on glass.
He killed that whole thing. Killed the whole combine thing. Nigga, I can play. Fuck all this shit. I can play. So him killing his combine thing actually helped his career out because he went second round.
That's true. It gets rid of the political aspect of it. Because I'm a hooper that's around Gilbert's age. So I played in a few camps with Gilbert, even though he's 2 years older than me. So everybody that was in SoCal knew this nigga was the best nigga. From probably his junior or senior year, he was clearly the best nigga. But he went to Grant High School in the Valley.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He didn't go to Crenshaw. He didn't go to Compton, Dominguez. He didn't go to none of these schools where you think that all the niggas are at. He went to Grant, nigga, and was probably 2 niggas on that team.
2 niggas in the school.
And so in those type of situations, you know what I'm saying? I think the combine is definitely. So don't get rid of the combine.
I think you should get. I think the combine you just get rid of it.
But he got to college and killed.
I mean, he got to Arizona, but he had straight out of high school game though.
He did.
He had straight to the league game.
Okay.
He had game early, bro. He had straight to the league game.
So it wouldn't matter what round he came in. He'd be like Draymond Green.
But at that time, who was in it? They would have took Wesley Stokes from Long Beach Poly over him back then because he went to Poly and he was the best player on the
in basketball, I can see how it could work because the system that you're in college may not necessarily showcase your skills.
And it didn't at Arizona.
Yeah, so in the combine, I can see what kind of handle you have. You know what I mean? I can tell how much work you put into your game just based off of how polished it looks during that combine.
Right.
What about
even what you can't necessarily in the game?
Adam Morrison.
Adam Morrison was terrible at the combine.
I thought he had a good combine.
I was there. Remember, Ryan was drafted the same year as Adam Morrison. I actually saw Adam Morrison coming up during that draft. And Adam Morrison was like, look, I had a good college career. I got all these free Xboxes and shit. I got this check. Deuces.
Straight up.
Go ahead.
Didn't spend none of his money. It's still nice.
So next one. So would we still love Mike the same if he came out there on social media?
Of course, his game was undeniable, bro. Michael Jordan's game was undeniable.
Oh yeah, he's the greatest.
That nigga his game was crazy, bro. I just found out he ran a 4.38, man.
You know, Spencer did what he said.
Wait.
Michael Jordan.
No, he did not run.
I promise you. Look up Roy Williams. He was assistant. Yeah. Look up Roy Williams. That was his assistant coach.
Look up this tweet that Spencer Dinwiddie tweeted like 2 weeks ago. Spencer Dinwiddie tweeted, and he wasn't even hating. He said, look, y'all called Jordan the supreme athlete. He was 6'6", with a 40-inch vertical. Y'all say
it's 46.
46-inch vertical.
46.
And then Spencer Dinwiddie said, I'm 6'6" with a 46-inch vertical, and y'all look at me as unathletic. That's how much the game has moved on since he's retired.
No, that's not true. But 41, I don't think Spencer has a 46.
Yeah, definitely.
Like that's no.
Spencer
I don't.
Say he got a 46.
There's no way.
6'6", 46.
He doesn't
6'6", 46.
I don't think he has a 46-inch vertical.
6'6", 40-inch vertical.
46.
Mike is a 46.
But in today's NBA cast, it's like 52-inch verticals. Is like
average. 46 is still the highest, I think.
No.
I think 46.
Antonio McDyess.
I don't think it was 46.
Like 40 is like average now.
46 is the highest, right? Michael Jordan still has the record.
40? Yeah, a 40-inch vertical is kind of average in the NBA right now.
Nick Young has the highest 40-inch vertical in the league.
No, he doesn't. Well,
the standing. Just stand up there and jump high. It's 40. It's Nick Young.
No, it's 46.
46.
You're talking about the running and jump. I'm talking about standing there and jumping up. The vertical.
Yeah.
You're talking about the running jump. That's they could do a couple different tests.
Yeah.
No, the vertical is
I thought Nick's was like 38.
No. That's not the one that he's talking about. That one is
Jordan would still be exciting now. Like he'd be exciting in any generation.
100%.
100%. Probably it.
46 is still the highest as far as recorded officially for like NBA.
42 is the standing.
Jordan didn't even have the highest vertical on the White Sox.
I don't know if it was standing.
No, he didn't. Jordan didn't even have the highest vertical on the White Sox.
Who got the first highest?
Jordan Farmar or somebody?
Who got the first highest?
Jordan Farmar?
It's gonna be somebody that we like.
It's probably like I thought Farmar had a high vert also.
He probably did. He my height, so he gotta have some some super
Y'all
bounce.
kind of looking like too.
Nah.
Jordan Farmer had a high vert also.
You just ain't got.
He's saying all light skinned dudes.
They
look
do.
Like
They all look like at the bar.
It don't matter what. It don't matter. Daryl Griffin. Oh
Who
yeah.
the fuck that is?
Yep. From the Utah Jazz.
What is it?
What's
and
his
that was
vert?
what 19.
He had a 40-inch.
And that was like what 1980 something.
42.
You talking about NFL? We talking about NBA.
Yeah, but still, like,
He was 6'4".
if
What's Nate Robinson vertical?
Getting 40, 42, then the NBA should at least be in 46, 48.
It's 48. It's 48 is the highest
Yeah.
vertical.
Jordan didn't have the highest vertical on the White Sox when he was there.
Who had the highest vertical?
The other, I'm drawing a blank. The other nigga that was on the team. I'm drawing a blank. I don't know baseball like that, but I remember hearing the story.
No, but it don't matter your athletic, like what you can do, because you can have a great vert. You can have, like, you could dunk. They don't make you the greatest
It
player.
doesn't mean you can play the game.
Yeah,
Harold Miner is athletic than the motherfucker, but good
I'll say
stick.
this, though. When I lost my athleticism, I wasn't nowhere near as nice as I was when I had it.
Right.
Sometimes it can help
That
though,
is a fact.
because when Jordan was still winning championships
I'm
without
still
the
looking for
athleticism.
Damn, too bad.
He was
Yeah,
an
Jordan.
The game was way
Jordan.
easier when I was athletic. Now it's now I gotta be smart. And I gotta do the old man tricks.
Yeah, but
and
think about it, Jordan though. He still was winning championships, and they had their best record when he was in his later years.
No, he was in his prime back then.
Right.
And when 97, 98,
Yeah.
Well,
he
yes.
retired. He
Remember,
retired
Jordan
after
retired
that though.
early.
He retired early, and he took the type off, and he played for a couple years too.
Yeah.
Hold on.
But he still was
He had
playing.
fresh legs. He had fresh legs.
He still
Moving
was
along. You
active.
got another.
Yeah, we keep going. So we got to talk about current events.
Okay.
So my man, rest in peace, Ahmad. Was it Ahmad? How you say
Oh,
his
yeah,
name?
Mount Aubrey.
Yeah.
Just give me your thoughts on it, and then also as far as what's the proper response to do? Because I just seen was it like the militia or something like that, or the Black Panther brothers? They pulled up to some house, but I'm looking at it like, is that enough for you, or do you want more than just pulling up to the houses? Like, you know what I'm saying? You want combat? Like you want to trust the legal system? What are y'all looking for?
You can't really trust no legal system. I think
what's the proper action?
I think that was a proper action, just kind of like how the Black Panthers were. Like
So-
they didn't sit by and just let people just punk them, and like how Malcolm X was in his earlier years. It's like that turn the other cheek, and I was like, if somebody hit you, you gotta return. Yeah, all that nonviolence crap don't really work.
And again, right, because in the 60s, nonviolence is what they tell us in every revisionist history.
Yes.
But if you go back and read their own reports, read the Kerner Commission report in 1967, they are asking, why are black people so violent? Because what was happening is in the late 50s and the 60s, every city got burned down. Niggas was literally standing on top of buildings, busting at police. I mean, all Miami, Chicago, Detroit, New York, you name it. They had went into a mosque with the Nation of Islam, and the Nation of Islam busted them motherfuckers back out, and nobody got charged.
Right.
That's what.
Did they take over a federal building?
Yes. So
With
so
guns?
yes.
No one got charged?
Black people were
what?
busting
Go ahead.
back in the 60s, and that's when we got legislation, because these motherfuckers was like, the world was looking at, hey, United States, y'all just came out World War II, y'all just came out Korea policing the world, and y'all can't police your own niggas. And so that world pressure, because of what we did, made the United States come back. And then once they did it, they're gonna rewrite the story. It's like, oh yeah, it was we shall overcome.
Non-violence.
The fact that a militia showed up at their house and that the police would not interfere.
Good.
I think that says plenty. The fact that they pulled up to these men's house and the police would not come in to stop them or tell them to leave or interfere at all.
Hold on.
I think that says all that needs to be said, because I'm from Georgia. Like that is my backyard.
Right.
And
Hold
the
on,
fact
you got to remember you're not on the mic, so
Yes, sir.
they can't hear nothing you're saying, baby.
I just think that nonviolence was pretty much put in our mental, so we wouldn't attack us back in slavery. That's why they made us Christians and stuff like that. It's like, hey, you supposed to forgive us for what we doing to y'all.
So, but that's my point. So, what would you like to come about it? So, do you want the militia to just dump in that house?
No,
or
nigga.
somebody like
Nah,
you? Like,
not that.
Well,
But
that's,
Hold on.
well, that's what I'm saying. Like, what the guy?
We
look,
need to go to that prison or that jail and demand the two niggas who did the dirt. Back in the day, when they was lynching niggas, they would go to prison, show up 500-600 deep, and make the sheriff hand over the perpetrator.
I'm gonna tell you right now, in 2020,
that's crazy.
That ain't gonna happen.
It's not gonna happen.
So what we got? This is what we do as black people.
Wait, they was giving the prisoner to them when they pull up. Like, give me that.
This is a mistake. No.
Two sheriffs
It's a very simple. It's a very simple. We always think, okay, we got to go back to the police. They're stronger than us. They have more guns than us. So you don't go directly at the power. You practice guerrilla warfare.
Right.
What do? You do what Damian Football Williams did in 1992. You want to hit one of our soft targets? We're going to pull this motherfucker off a truck and beat his ass and put it on the camera for the world to see. What was the result of that? Name the last time you seen the LAPD put Nair Billy Club on a black person's head.
Right.
28 years since the riots. In the 80s, they was fucking us up every day. Since Rodney King, you have not seen on camera these motherfuckers beating niggas' ass with billy clubs because they remember Reginald Denny.
No, don't nobody want their ass whooped, man.
They didn't win.
That lawsuit.
Yeah, they still killing
They'll
niggas.
kill you, Bob. I'm saying, but look at what's going on in New York right now.
Look
at what's going on in New York right now. In New York, a black person getting hemmed up every day in New York, getting his ass beat.
Well, Dwan, that's the point because the swelling never went down.
He talking about that.
So it's like the long term.
It's a long-term effect.
The long term, so it's like we gotta. So we gotta.
Hold on, baby. They can't.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so the long term effects is wild.
And I still ain't got my money.
I'm playing. He's still suing. No, I like that idea of you ask for the two. Obviously it doesn't work like that now, but. I'm just saying.
No. It works like that.
You think so? You think we can execute? You think we can execute that now?
Hold on, go between them and just grab them. It worked like that.
Let me say this. So what's the end game if we gonna do that? This is my point. Cause I'm about solutions.
Yeah.
I understand.
Then
we
mad.
Talking
to him, Mike. I'm
sorry. We understand we upset. You know what I'm saying? As black people, I think a lot of this stuff. You know what I'm saying? We react to, and I think we need to sit back sometimes and let it like resonate a little bit more. So instead of just reacting without a plan, because I'm about action, but I still don't like moving just off emotion. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And a lot of that seems what it is. It seems like, okay, we want their heads. Like, okay, we go to the jail and get them. Then what?
Then what? And then what?
You know what I'm saying?
I keep asking my boys.
We can. I already know you got. I already know you got something personal. But I'm saying, like, honestly, like, and if we do that, you know what I'm saying, do we want justice for that brother particularly, or are we looking for justice for black people overall?
What happens?
I mean, you gotta set an example at some point, though. You can't just kick back every single time.
This is where I'm torn, right? Because I hear what y'all saying. Like, it's like you can't sit back and get slapped in the face.
Yeah, hey, let's all get together, come up with an idea.
Defend yourself, but. The whole, like, I'm happy these niggas did this shit, but I was like, my boys was like, nigga, you see shit change. I'm like, ain't nothing gonna change. This shit been happening. Niggas been getting together and doing this type of shit. This ain't gonna change shit. This ain't new. These niggas running up and getting this thing out the house, that ain't new. That's been happening. That ain't changing nothing.
Here's the thing.
Literally, this shit will happen again. It happened again since then. It's happened again. It happened
Not in that area.
It happened today.
It happened today.
Over there in that same area?
Today. Maybe not in the area, but it happened today. A motherfucker was killed by the cop, by somebody who was today.
Well,
everybody gonna run it
here's what black people gotta realize. Here's what black people gotta realize.
You don't know.
That's a fact.
Black people have to realize that we are in, we are in a race war. And a race war that was declared upon us, and we can ignore it, put our head in the ground if we want to. We got one party that got us in their crosshairs, and whether you like it or not, we in it. But at the same time, historically in the United States of America, every time we buck back, these people is weak as fuck.
You got to be ready to die,
all
nigga.
the way down.
If you're not ready to die,
can I ask y'all this about this race war? I agree. We are definitely in a race war.
Hold on.
Do you think it's like all encompassed? Like it's more like okay, for black people, we all can. Every black man can. Every black person can sit there. Yeah, it's a race war. Yes, because we know what we feel when we go outside. But not, you know how white people are oblivious? Some of them
they ain't oblivious to shit.
Some of them are.
No, they're not. No, they're not.
Come on, my nigga. Some of them are oblivious to the race and when racist doesn't exist.
You buy that?
Trust. I've had these deep conversations with some of these niggas. I'm like, oh, okay, you just don't know. Like,
they tell you the truth.
There's no way. Like, okay, like I was taking therapy for a time, right? My therapist was a older black dude, an army black guy. They switched. He left, went to San Diego. They tried to just sub in some white chick.
Nah,
bitch, you ain't gonna know my problems. You ain't gonna see the world like I see it, right? As smart as you are, as kind and all that, you do not see the world as a black man. Facts. You can't understand that. So, and she did not get why I was trying to, what I'm telling her. I know for a fact that she's not like racist or nothing, but she's just like, what do you mean? Like, of course I can help everybody. What do you mean? I can help everybody. That's her thing. No, you can't help me with this.
That's that God complex.
So that's what I'm talking about. Like, not all of them are like encompassed with that. Like, she doesn't see the race war. She's just like, no, I can help everybody. It's a lot of people like me out there. Like, I can help.
I make that very simple. You know how I simplify that? Those who matter, who are in control of the levers of power, they are keenly aware that we're in a race war.
There we go. Now
and that's all that matters.
That's all. That's it.
The people with the gun, the people with the pen, the people on the jury, the people hiring you, the people that control everywhere, your water, your electricity.
Right.
There you go.
Right. There you go.
That's all we got to concern ourselves with.
Okay.
Yes.
I got you.
Yes.
And when you bust a restaurant Denny, they think about that. They be like,
I got you.
It's necessary.
I didn't even.
Bottom line is this, man. Nobody deserves peace if we all can't have peace.
I agree with that.
So if we all can't
say that again. Say that again.
Nobody deserves peace if we all can't have it.
That's some real talk.
And niggas need to stop being comfortable with what's given to us. We were taking the position where we're just taking what's given to us. We have to collectivize and demand what we want. So,
how do we do that, though?
But what do you mean? I mean, there's so many different levels. There's so many different levels. So many different levels. But the first thing we let go that we need back, that it's going to take a long time to get back, is the labor class. We let the labor class go. So now we have no
plumbers.
We let all that shit go. We have no tax base. We have no power as far as we can't really shut shit down.
We bought the college scam.
Now we need that back. We allowed that to be, well, we didn't allow it. Legislation allowed that with NATO and all these different trade embargoes where we were just taking the citizens from other countries and allowing them to come in and undercut our labor costs.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's exactly what happened.
And so it all starts with labor. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Since we can't control an actual resource, we have to control what pushes that resource, or what the jobs that are employed through that resource. You know what I'm saying? So we lost that battle. So now we got to figure something else out.
True.
But it ain't taking what they give us.
Right.
And it ain't gonna happen through sports.
Because they're not gonna give us nothing either.
Because this thing, black people be like, well, the athletes are millionaires. Well, look at what we had before 1950.
Right.
Between 1865 and 1950, black people in America invented the phone, the light, the fax machine, the peanut butter, gas mask, the stoplight, railroad crossing stick, the train itself, the car itself, the Duray brothers.
Wait. We did the stoplight?
Yes.
Yeah, we did the stoplight.
We did the refrigerator. The freezer.
Hold on, no. Y'all got to let niggas talk one at a time because it sound like mud when they listening at the crib.
Yeah, all I'm saying is...
Go ahead.
My bad. All I'm saying is this. When we weren't focused on sports, we literally created our wealth. The cotton gin, people always be like, well, you just was a labor class. We were also the geniuses too.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Granville T. Woods, the man who invented the phone and the roller coaster, was 7 feet tall.
Right.
If he was around today, we'd be like, go play center, nigga.
Right.
And we wouldn't have no roller coaster.
That's some damn facts.
And that's the problem. You know what I mean? So if we get back to what you said, using our kids' brains for what you said,
right,
building stuff up,
right,
man, we'd be fine. One generation.
We are the guy.
One generation.
Hold on, baby. They can't hear you. I'm gonna get you back on the mic, but they can't hear you. Look.
You can take my space in a little bit. I get to my show in a little bit.
Nice.
But yeah, man.
R.I.P. Little Richard, man.
Man.
Little Richard made the first openly gay song, man. I commend him for his courage. That nigga had a song.
Yo, chill.
Tutti Frutti on Rudy.
Oh, pause.
Tutti Frutti. Oh, Rudy.
That song's about sex.
Oh, wop, wop, a loo bop. That's the sound.
Well, do you know what rock and roll means?
What rock and roll means?
Do you know what rock and roll means?
What?
Rock and roll was a common term. That's, you know, like niggas, they said we gonna smash. Well, back in the 30s, you said, hey, let's go rock and roll, baby. That's why they call rock and roll black music, race music, because that was our term for let's go have sex.
He came up with the wop, wop, a loop, because that's when he went to nigga ass, and the nigga was like, wop, wop, a loop, wop. What you doing, Richard? A wop. Nigga said, wow, oh shit, Richard. I didn't know you had that much Richard. I thought they called you Little Richard because you had a Little Richard.
I know you had that much Richard. Oh shit.
Turns out you got
about 9.5 when it's soft.
Whoa.
Hey, after that night, he started introducing them different. Like, everybody, this is Big Richard. Big Richard. The nigga ain't lying. It's Big Richard.
Hey.
That's where
you got that swing from. You got in the back.
You got Little Richard and Big Richard.
Hey, Richard's a goddamn
And we got to give credit to Little Richard, though, because let's give credit where credit due.
Give him props.
He is the father of rock and roll.
Say it again.
James Brown was in his band. Otis Redding was in his band. Jimi Hendrix was his original guitar player.
Yep. And
wait, what? Wait, say that again.
Jimi Hendrix was his original
James
guitar
Brown
player.
was in the
band. James Brown. Yeah, he put James Brown on.
Yeah.
What was the band?
Yeah, he did.
In his band. In his original band, it was there, and you also had. Ike Turner was the first person to record a rock and roll CD, Rocket 88, 1951.
Wait, hold on. So is this the best band of all time?
From the basis, because you have Otis Redding, you singing background. You got James Brown on organ. You got Jimi Hendrix on guitar, and Preston Wilson on Billy Preston on piano. And then he had the Beatles and the Rolling Stones opening for him.
Opening.
Oh, they opened.
He put the Beatles and the Rolling Stones on in America.
That's crazy.
They got owned by opening for Little Richard.
Definitely.
Say that again for the audience, because I didn't know that at all.
The Beatles and the Rolling Stones got on, which the Rolling Stones took their name from a song by Muddy Waters called Rolling Stone.
Right.
And they got their first, in America, live concerts and first got put on by opening up for Little Richard.
Definitely.
So he is the king of rock and roll.
He is the king. Rest in peace, brother. I was just joking because he was a jokester.
Yeah, he was.
A lot of motherfuckers don't know he tried stand up and all that. He's a joker.
He was.
Yeah, he tried stand up. Rest in peace, Little Richard.
I thought he was super talented, and I feel like people always say they don't get the credit. I feel like he got the right credit from black folk. Like people.
No, I
feel like he did.
But he should be bigger than Elvis.
Yeah,
bro.
he should be bigger.
He got fucked over.
But that's
when he was alive. Elvis sang his music when he was alive and got paid for it.
But the reason why he's not bigger because we're outnumbered. So we feel he is. But I was in entirety
in America. Where you said
in America, we're out. I mean, we're 13%. So amongst us, we'll all say that. But amongst obviously the America or whatever, they'll have Elvis over fucking Mike. You know what I'm saying?
I can't take that. The statement.
No, I'm saying I'm not.
The statement.
But they'll make it because we're just out. There's strength in numbers.
Well, that statement is partially correct. It's correct that we're 12 or 13% of the population. We've been that since actually Reconstruction. It's never changed. We've been that same till now. I believe the.
No, we were like 40% of the population. We didn't get this low until after the 50s.
Okay, after the 50s, there we go.
After the 50s is when you started having a lot of immigration.
But we don't want to set trends and everything like that too, though. So
right.
Whatever we're doing, everybody else follows.
They always gonna take it and shit on it. That's just the way it is.
So do you think the masses are jealous of black folk?
Yes, of course.
What's there to be jealous of?
Because we literally invent everything, and no matter how bad y'all whip us, shoot us, kill us, we still inventing shit, and we still and all they women want to fuck us.
And who don't want to be black? Everybody want to be black. It's like you don't want to be black, right?
Yeah.
They don't want. It's like everybody. What's what the nigga say? Everybody want to be a nigga till it's time to be a nigga.
Paul Mooney. Everybody want to be a nigga too.
They want our lifestyle, like the swag and all that.
Mexicans will shoot a black person in Compton and be like nigga.
Yeah,
Ain't your word.
They just don't want the bashing that comes with it. Like, what all the glitz and glamour of being a regular black person? Like, oh, nigga, everything you do is cool as fuck. My fucking coworker do this shit. Oh, nigga, you everything. Like, I'm not doing nothing different from you.
Exactly.
Not a goddamn thing different from you.
We do it with a rhythm. Because everything we do is in alignment with the geometry of the universe. That's how we walk. And that's how we dance. That's how we talk.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So they want that. Yeah.
So we know better.
Well, here's
the biggest trick on earth, making us think that they was the ones
that got us believing that we ain't shit.
My point to
don't get into that.
What he was saying earlier. My point to what he was saying earlier is that because so we're talking about white supremacy, why Little Richard wasn't able to become a megastar.
Correct.
Because I don't think there was any black megastars before.
Well, no, he was. At the time in 1955, he was a megastar, and this is what he said in his own interview. He said, "When I came in like a man, they didn't want me singing to the white girls, but I noticed when I put the eyelashes on and in the wig and the makeup, they said, okay, you can sing all you want." So the reason why he came with that, he adopted that whole persona, was because he was no longer a threat, and it allowed him into more venues.
Right.
But it's like music, how music is. People have their run, then it's over.
Right.
Like he had a run, and then by the 60s, Motown came.
I can't do that.
What's up, nigga?
Hold on, you gotta get to the you gotta get to the mic.
Little Richard wasn't gay.
I didn't say he wasn't gay.
Oh, okay.
I said the extra that
I said
I said he put that on.
He said he don't
put
know.
that on so he can get more work.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because of gay black, same in corporate America now. It's always a gay dude that work at the top. Ain't no straight niggas at the top of any company. All the niggas is flowers because they ain't got to worry about fucking them white guys.
Or palm trees.
He said palm trees.
But the thing, so hold on. So do you think
We back at it.
back on the shirt?
I didn't even catch it.
You know what I just realized about y'all too, because I know him for years. Y'all very similar. I just realized that.
Who?
You and Antoine. Antoine he gonna keep going.
Okay. I was a troll too.
He troll like a motherfucker. This nigga troll like a motherfucker, boy.
Remember we told her like this nigga will sit there and text me the wildest shit, and then he'll just keep going. And it's to point out, you know what?
Okay, yeah.
But
Go ahead, Brandon. Go ahead. Text the phone. You gonna have a conversation with the phone by yourself, nigga.
This nigga's the type of nigga. I remember I brought a chick around him, and she don't know that this my nigga.
Did he bite her?
No, he don't. She don't know that this my boy. She don't know that this my boy. She don't know that he playing. He the type. She don't know that he playing. She. You know what I mean. So this Antoine, this is Kraig. You fuck with this nigga. You know what this nigga be doing when you're not around? You know you be fucking other bitches, right? Till you get to my. You know you be fucking. I was just with him last week.
So he's afraid you gotta get a disclaimer for like, hey, look, my man might say some wild ass shit. He just played.
Check this out.
Back in the day, like, bro, I have to.
Yeah, back in the day, Dozy used to warn them before they meet me.
Used to. I still do.
They'll say, hey, look, you cool, but he might say something disrespectful. He's
gonna go there.
He's joking. He's
just
playing.
Go with it. Like, he's just let it go there.
He got me kicked out one time. Like, nigga, man, I should fuck this nigga up. Hey, wouldn't let me stay at his house. He should kick me out because some shit you said.
Oh, damn.
And I got to sleep in my car.
Oh, for real? That's crazy. That's crazy.
Tell him what you be doing to bitches when they get out of pocket.
Oh, this nigga stupid.
Antoine, what's
you
going
talking
on?
about the gun earlier?
The gun.
Ask him why he know his gun work. Ask him how he know.
Okay.
Ask Antoine how he know his gun work.
How it work, Antoine?
Please.
I don't know,
Explain.
dude.
Antoine, give us
I
something,
got
man.
a gag order.
You be shooting bitches?
I plead the fifth.
Wait, so you a real life troll?
Oh yeah. He don't know how to use the internet good yet, but he.
And it's true though. It was kind of a shot, but it was true.
He don't even want to answer the questions. Like,
This nigga, all he do, he funny as hell, but all he do is if I post something, he'll comment some shit under it. He'll like just troll your page, but he don't know how to do shit on his own goddamn page.
One of the best trolls ever, man. Oh my god, this nigga funny as fuck. His girl showed up to the house unannounced and he shot at her.
what?
You not gonna call? You not gonna call first?
Yo.
Come on, man.
Toxic as fuck.
Would you think
shot the car so it wouldn't run?
Yo, that's a different nigga.
That 20 ain't no joke, man.
Oh shit!
All that smiling shit, that's play. Yeah. Shoot, spit your motherfucking throat. Give him a chance.
So you that homie that would try to ruin it for your homie to get it in?
Nah,
just to kick it with the
homie.
Nah,
just for playing.
Nah.
Like you,
he do it just for fun. He don't even want it.
Nah,
what's supposed to come out of saying
with
that?
Like 2 of Kraig girls. That's it. I was just playing the other times.
Nah, you be having fun. That's my nigga, man. All right, man. Well, you know what, man? That's been that episode. This has been this episode of Kraig Facts. If I owe you something, I'm not gonna be able to get it to you. But if you want it, you can get it from God, my nigga. Y'all have a great night.
Sir,
that shit funny as this.
Damn, Antoine was like that, huh?
Oh, Antoine.
This nigga laughing too. Yeah, I shot that bitch.
He said a long time ago, like that changed shit. You shot at your girl when she showed up at the crib. No matter how many years ago it is, like explain yourself, goddamn. That shit